right, so this video we are going to talk about what a 5-number summary is and how to find it. So the first thing to recognize when you do a 5-number summary is you have to have all of your numbers in order, right? And so they have to go, usually least to greatest is the best way to do it. And if I look at this, it's Alex actually does that for you. Okay, so next thing you do is you kind of look at what they're asking us to find. The minimum, lower quartile, what's that, right? Median, well, we should kind of know what median is now. Upper quartile, it's probably related to lower quartile, but we'll figure out about that in a moment. And then maximum, and then there's this thing called interquartile range. So let's start with minimum and maximum. Those are your easy wins, right? So minimum is just your smallest value, right? Min, think of mini. Right? That's your smallest value. So my minimum is 9. That's the smallest one. And the maximum is this one right here, is 43. So already we've got 2 out of 6. All right, now your median, remember, you work from the outside in until you get to either one number by itself in the middle, or you have 2 numbers, and then we'll kind of discuss what to do that, because this one we're going to wind up with 2. Now, if you have an even number for your data set, you're going to have the 2-number thing that you got to figure out. If you have an odd number, it'll just be that number. So what we do to find the median is I go 9 and 43 and kind of cancel those out, right? And right now, you can't see this, but I'm like holding my thumb over the 9, and I got the cursor on the 43. Now I'm going to move the cursor over to 37 and hold my thumb over the 12, and I'm going to go like that until I get to the middle. So I got 30 and 13 match up, 29 and 17 match up, 27 and 17 match up, and then 27 and 21 match up, and that leaves me with 23 and 24 in the middle. Now, you might say, well, they're different numbers. What do you do? Well, what you do is you ask yourself, what is the in-between point between 23 and 24. In other words, what's the median of 23 and 24? What's the middle? And the middle of it is just the exact halfway point between them. And usually it's honestly, for what we're doing, it's almost always going to be something that's either a whole number or 0.5. So if you can't just look at this and say, oh, it's 23.5, right, because that's halfway between 23 and 24, that's okay. Then the method is you go 23 plus 24, which is 47, and then you would divide that by 2. You can do that in a calculator, and then if you did that, you would get 23.5. So our median's 23.5. Now, you never include the median, ever, when you do lower quartile and upper quartile. So now that we know the middle of the set is basically here, where I'm moving my cursor, right? I'm going to use the remaining numbers on the left to find my lower quartile, and then I'll repeat this with the numbers on the right of where my median is to find my upper quartile. So for my lower quartile, I'm going to start with 23 and 9, all right? Those go away. 21 and 12, 17 and 13, and then I'm left with one number, which is nice because that's an easy median to find. So my lower quartile is 17 because you wind up that way. Now, if I start at 24, so 24 and 43 go away, 27 and 37 go away, and then 27 and 30 match up, go away, and then you're left with 29. All right, so my upper quartile is 29. And then the interquartile range is just a matter of, think about what the word range means. The range of something means kind of the spread or the difference between two things. So the difference between my upper quartile and my lower quartile, and that's why they call it interquartile, right? So the difference between that was just going to be 29 minus 17. Just take the larger number, subtract the smaller number from it, and that gives me 12. Because it means there's a span of 12 from the lowest number to the lower quartile to the upper quartile. All right? And so we'll kind of, in the next video I make about this, we'll talk about kind of like what's the point of doing this once we can get a visual representation of it. So right now, in order to get to that visual representation, we have to be able to do this. So this is how we do 5-number summary. Let's do one more really quick. All right, so let's do number 2. Let's see if it gives us a slightly different situation. Yeah, so we got an odd number now. This is good. This will be a good one. So minimum, 51. All right, these are yesterday's high temperatures in 13 U.S. cities. My maximum is 80. All right, that's good. It's 13, right? So I'm going to have one number left in the middle. So I got 51 and 80. Those go away. 56, 79. 58, 79. 58, 72. 60, 71. 62, 70, and you're left with 69. So let's put 69 as our median. For my lower quartile, remember you do not include the median. All right? So I start with 51 and 62. All right? Then I do 56 and 60. And then I have 58 and 58 in the middle together. And that's easy. If they're the same number, it's just that number. So your median would be 58. There, your lower quartile. And then again, I'm going to do the other side now. I'm not going to include 69. So I do 70 and 80. Those cancel. 71 and 79 cancel. And then we have 72 and 79. And that's a little trickier. It's a difference of 7 from 72 to 79. So half of 7 is 3.5. If I just add 3.5 to 72, I get 75.5. And then for my interquartile range, I go 75.5 minus 58. And, well, 75 minus 58 is going to give me 17. And I got an extra 0.5. So we'll go 17.5, and we'll see if we're right. And there we go. All right, so I hope this helps you guys. I'll definitely be available to work on this with you in class, but I just wanted you to have a video resource for this if you need it. All right, thanks and good luck.